Okay, it looks like we're live across all the channels, guys. I'm just going to check for those notifications. Yes. All my notifications went out on YouTube. 4 or 5. Clicking those notifications helps if any of you guys want to do that, to go in there, but then come on back over to Rumble. Hey, it's so bitter. Nick starts the show. Work is such a dirty word. Yo, Michael Haskey, Drew, Orca. Okay. Hello, everybody. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking chicken parmesan, honey. Because we've already got the chicken cutlets. I've got mozzarella cheese. If you want to bring over some of your sauce, we could just throw that together really quick, you know. Because I didn't eat the chicken, so it's still there. I think, right? I don't think I did. Yeah, I don't think I did. I'm thinking about yesterday. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. I did eat today. My bad. I did eat. I had some of that General Tso's chicken that my mom had in the fridge. That's right. It was really good. That's right. I forgot about that. I did eat that today. I was just out of my head, I guess, when I ate. I forgot. I'm sorry, hon. All right. Hey, Tula. Hey, Kepper. You guys give me 1 second. Let's start the show, okay?
Hey, brother.
Hey. What's up, bro?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. Good to see you.
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
Okay, man. There we are. Hello, everybody. We got Toka Tony Z in the chat. Let's get him out here. There he is.
Lying, taker, cashing your chips, you sniffling, whining, self-loathing hypocrite. Blame it on Rio, all the woman in red. Don't fool yourself, it's all in your head. You're the mascot of the next century. Look in the mirrors, count insecurity. I bleed for you, my eyes burn. My point is no, cause you'll never learn. You'll never learn, I bleed for you. You'll never learn, I bleed for you. You'll never learn, I bleed.
Thank you, Orca. Hey, Kepper came on over to Rumble. Hell yeah. Right on. I'm going to make myself some coffee.
Fuck you, Mr. Fuckman, fuck you. Lying and dying, as you breathe. Let's hear from your mouth, fuck you, fucking Levi's jeans, fuck you, bedtime, fuck you. Sick of your loathsome little kid. Lying and saying, good, catching your chips. You sniffling, whining, self-loathing hypocrite. Blame it on radio, all the woman in red. Levi's pussy, fuck yourself, it's all your head. Fuck you. It starts with an F. Oh shit! Fuck you! 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 Shit! Fuck you! 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 Fuck you!
You guys, I'm sorry. Give me a second. Dude, I cannot take this shit anymore. Okay. All right. That's right, we're live. So I made this really cool meditation table today.
Yeah. Like you said you were gonna, out of all the dried up stuff.
I don't think I ever said I was going to do it. I just kind of did it, and then I posted it on.
I thought you said you were kind of gonna put everything together. That's why you grabbed those spike balls out there.
Well, no, I was just I wasn't planning on making a meditation table. I was just for displaying them and shit, putting them around the house, hanging them up on the wall. But I was sitting there, looking at it all on the table. And I just was arranging things, and I realized as I was doing all that, making it look pretty and changing it and doing stuff, I realized it really does put me in a good spot. Mentally, it's kind of like sitting down at the creek and just watching the water fall, which I did that too. Deer Slayer, what's up, buddy? Tula's on the Rumble. Oh, boy. We're honored to have you on the Rumble. So better, so far, so good. Kepper, great. Hope you're want to get high. Kepper, that's good, better. So far, so good, Tula. I'm gonna make some coffee to be back. I would imagine not good sleep to be had during the sleep study with all those wires. I just got home. 20 more. Yeah, I know. Were you able to sleep, bro? Did they tell you that you snore? That you've got sleep apnea? I told you, you've already got sleep apnea, bro. Anytime they tell you you've got a sleep study, the only reason they do that is they already know you've got it, and then they just have to do it, so it's stupid. So you can get the CPAP, or so you can get the medical procedures or whatever. Now, I had to do it so I could get my uvula removed.
Oh, really?
That's why I can yell so goddamn loud. There's nothing in my throat restricting the sheer volume, the rage that emanates from the sound hole. It's just pure fucking rage. Nothing blocking it. No rage blocker.
Yeah, I don't have a gag reflex or anything. I had my larynx fractured.
Dude, never tell people that you don't. Don't say that. Don't say that publicly, bro. It sounds so bad.
Yeah, but
oh yeah, how'd you figure that one out, bro?
Dude, they hung me upside down. They hung me upside down and made me drink liquid out of a straw. I could drink it out of a cup.
Wow, that's the test, huh?
That's the
Can you
test.
drink upside down?
Now you knows.
I know somebody who can do a dab upside down.
But yeah. Different.
Interesting, haha. So freaking Arco, what's up? Scott Benoit, hello. Come on, you guys, come on over to Rumble, man. I'll give you the link. Since you guys are on YouTube, come on over, and let me know if you guys are having problems with Rumble. I think they fixed everything yesterday. So, yay. Hey, Cyber Reload.
Hey.
Did you order that computer, bro?
Yeah, didn't you get my message?
No, I did not.
Check your phone.
My phone? When did you send me a message?
A few days ago.
What? Dude, you must have sent it to my old... Did you send it to my old phone?
No, I sent it to that number you gave me a month ago. I gave it to that number where we discussed the price of the last video game also. Last time we talked was Saturday, November 19. And then I sent you a message Tuesday. Yep, you just sent a message back.
Bro, I've got no message from you since 11:25.
You
No.
don't get... Jesus, look at my fucking phone, dude. Hold on.
Well, I'm just telling you, it never came through to my phone. I'm holding it up right here, and I can show you. I don't have a message from you.
I believe you, but...
Since 11:25.
Look here. I fucking send it.
I totally don't see it because your camera's off.
Oh,
Your camera shut off in Discord. But bro, I believe I believe you. I believe you. Just please don't put it up there. I don't want people to see that. Just send it. Just send it to me again. Copy and paste it and send it again. That's too private. I don't want people seeing our private message.
No, there was no private shit.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that's between me and you, man. I don't want to expose that conversation. I want to see it before everyone else gets to see it. Oh God, my mom got me the wrong creamer and it fucking sucks so bad. Oh my God, fucking ruined my coffee. I'm so angry right now. She got me sugar-free creamer, dude. And I guarantee you she has no idea she did it. Completely unintentional. But it sucks so bad. My coffee tastes like garbage. For the first time since I've lived in this house, my coffee tastes like fucking shit.
It says when I got a delivery report and it tells me it's rejected for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why.
What creamer do I normally drink? I usually have International ice cream, ice cold creamery, or whatever the hell, a Stone Cold Creamery, vanilla. And she got the sugar-free version of that, and it is so fucking bad. It makes the coffee taste bitter, like shitty. Like, oh God, and it tastes thin. It tastes like I'm drinking water. I don't know. It's weird. My sounds funny? Oh, thanks, buddy. Thank you for telling me. Okay, cool. That should fix it. Thank you. Thank you for telling me there was an echo, bro. Thank you. Yeah, there were two mics on. My computer resets itself. Windows 11 forgets settings. Dude, don't even... there's more problems with this operating system, and you can't even keep track of them all because you just keep going. You know, I'm like, I don't have time to write it all down and keep track of it. I'm just like, God, another bullshit. Okay, but whatever. Okay, so that's not working. Oh, now all of a sudden, one of my mics is fucking on. Oh, great. God. You know, this camera stopped working.
You can't find a lot of the things on there either. It's like, where the hell are
do you know what I just realized? The whole morning show probably sounded like shit, too. Nobody told me the mic sounded weird. I just realized that. I had the two mics on for the morning show, too. Dude, this coffee is worth fucking pouring out right now. I swear to fuck. I'm that close to just pouring it out. It really sucks that bad.
Don't you have regular sugar or something?
Yeah, I do.
I
do, but it's not going to fix this. I have to pour this out. Nothing's going to save this. It's ruined. And I can't believe how shit it is. Oh, God.
Like drinking Stanka or something.
She bought me two of the wrong fucking bottle, man. She doesn't read the labels, man. She just looks at it and grabs it. I'm like, put your glasses on and look what you're buying, man. It doesn't even look the same. Got this big green stripe on it. Couldn't you tell it was different? Fuck that sugar-free bullshit. That's cancer.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not even going to enjoy this cup. I'm going to... Oh, thank you, baby girl. That's funny. Do you have two mics active? Yeah. Thank you, baby. So the echo should be gone now, everybody?
I don't hear it anymore.
Okay.
I didn't even notice it in the first place because I had everything turned down.
Well, I guess the message I sent to you was too fucking long. That's why.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
cut it up in a few.
Okay.
No, the second one got rejected. I have to cover it up even more, I guess.
God, it took that long for the fucking money to go through, bro? Are you kidding me?
It always do that. It always do that. Because PayPal don't send them directly to the bank. They make a bank transfer. So it takes a few weekdays. So, and that was in the weekend you sent them. So it had to be Monday first.
Okay. All right, I'll get the rest of that when I come back with more coffee. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to pour this out. I'm going to tell my mom she got the wrong
Definitely.
one.
Cool. So when's it come, Zach?
Monday or Tuesday.
Cool.
But I had to pick it up because they don't ship it to my address.
Oh yeah. It's too far.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, that'll save you money on shipping, right? But then you
No,
gotta pay
the
to
shipping
go.
was free anyway, but I had to
Oh.
go out and have a taxi and shit to be able to.
Oh, okay. Do you guys have like Uber and Lyft over there?
No, Uber was blocked because it took competition away from.
From the taxi guys?
Exactly, so it got banned.
Yeah, they're pretty particular about their territory.
Yeah,
And they have a union, right?
yeah.
This makes total sense. I didn't have coffee in this morning's show. That's why I had a fucking splitting headache all afternoon. So I just realized, I didn't realize that she bought the wrong creamer because I didn't have a cup of coffee this morning. So I told her, she's like, oh my God, I didn't realize. I'm sure it wasn't intentional, you know. Gore is dead. Hello, Megsy. His job screwed me, and so did rental companies. Much love from Cup of Joe. Hey, Cup of Joe, Joe, what's up, buddy?
I think you should have all the messages now. I didn't know there was a fucking limit on your fucking SMS. That's not that in Denmark. But apparently if you send overseas, there's...
America, the land of free speech, bro, where we put a cap on the amount of words you're allowed to say to somebody.
Yeah, that's something else. Usually that's just a setting in your phone that you can change.
Yeah, I
to make it longer.
never experienced that before.
'Cause I would hate getting like 10 segmented messages from somebody.
I have a feeling you're going to be really happy with that PC, bro.
Oh, I will. I
Yeah.
fucking will. I know I will.
Yeah.
I fucking know I will.
Yeah, boy.
I can't wait.
Oh,
Something to
I
look
don't
forward
either.
to.
Wait.
Can't wait to watch.
What? Stay black? I thought you took it black. What? Oh, stay black. No, I don't drink black usually, but I might drink this black. It's not that bad. It's way better black than it would be with that creamer in it. It's way better
You say
just
you-
black. Here, let me go grab it.
Pete's, right?
Yeah, Pete's and sometimes French roast. Sometimes it's
Yeah, it's good.
something else too.
I can only drink one cup. So you're already into Thursday, Cyber, so that's not that long at all.
In 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Really quick.
lights are coming on good. All right, I put some milk and sugar in this one. Oh my god, that is fucking good. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So my girlfriend texted me and she's like, I've got your creamer, I'm going to bring it over. I'm like, thank you, baby. So, okay, what we're going to talk about right now, man, there's a few things going on. We covered just about everything that I wanted to talk about this morning on this morning show, and I think we covered it well. I just want to reiterate one thing. You know, when Joe Biden, who we all hate, calls out Israel as the genocidal fucking lunatics that they are, you know, your fucking lame ass better recognize that shit. Because Donald Trump would be sucking Netanyahu's balls right now and egging him on to kill all of the Gazans. They've already killed 1% of them. You guys realize that? 1% of the entire population is now dead. 1% of all Gazans are now dead. If that's not a fucking genocide, I don't know what is. So, you know, that should mean something to everybody that's listening to this. And you should all know that, you know, just because you're screaming out against mass murder of innocent people, it doesn't make you inherently evil. It doesn't make you a bad person. And, you know, I'm just referring to myself right now, but I hope that there's a bunch of people that have the balls to support me on this and to say so in the chat and to do so on Twitter when you see me retweeting things about this. You know, I know a lot of you guys are very selective about retweeting certain tweets that I put up. Let me tell you how vulgar that is to me. You guys are what I like to call fair weather friends. You know, just go through and Nick does this. You go through and you retweet every fucking one of my tweets blindly. You don't worry about the fucking content. Don't worry, I got it covered. But some of you are like, you're acting like I like this one. This one's about crypto. This one's about Bitcoin. This one's about Ethereum. I'm only going to share those. Hey, get the fuck off my Twitter feed, you selective little fucking cunt bitches. If you're not going to support me fully, then you're going to fucking remind me of my mother. And you don't want to fucking do that because she doesn't 100% support me. And neither do some of you. So, you know, it makes me sick, and fuck you fucking cunts that weed through my fucking tweets and only find the ones that relate to you, and those are the ones that you're gonna fucking retweet. I see you guys doing it. It pops out like fucking so obviously when you're doing that selectively. And I could start naming all you motherfuckers that do that shit too, but I won't. You know what? You motherfuckers that do that, you rarely show up to this show. You come once a week or so, you pop in, you say hi. You know, and that's the amount of support that I expect from you on Twitter too. It's fucking half-assed. So fuck all your half-asses. Fuck you all. Alright? Fuck all you half-assed cunts. Fuck you. The problem with you is you don't realize when you're listening to somebody getting it right all the time. You know, you think you're smarter than me. Like somebody else I fucking know. You know, you think you're fucking smarter than me. You think you got all the fucking facts. But the fact is, if you're not resharing all my tweets, if you're not retweeting all my tweets and you're doing it selectively, then that says to me that you're not fucking willing to get all the fucking facts. It says to me that you're not willing to fucking go research yourself because you're not being supportive and you're skipping around. Oh, God forbid somebody sees me sharing this one on my Twitter feed. Like anybody is watching your fucking feed? Really? It's not what this is about. For once and for all, man, I'm just gonna fucking lay it out there. It's about promoting the show, you fucking cunts. That's all it is. It's not about you. It's not about your perspective on politics or social issues. It's about you being loving and supportive of this fucking show and just going all out for me. That's all it is. You know, fucking do it. I've fucking done that for so many fucking people in the past. I blindly support people when I know they fucking deserve it, even when they're getting some shit wrong, because I know most of the time they're getting it right. You know, Unholy Rome is one of those people. Yeah, every once in a while him and I butt heads. It's not that often, though. You know, and I will support him blindly. I will support Ron Placone blindly. He just got some shit wrong, too. I don't fucking care, man. It's not that bad. It's not like people like Jimmy Dore who are selling their souls so they can throw you under the bus. Okay, Tula. See you when you get back. The thumbs up button. I don't even fucking care anymore, man. I don't even fucking care how you fucking feel about it. You have shown me how much you give a fuck about this show and about the fact that you know that I always keep it real. I'm the only one that's going to come out here and defend Joe Biden on this bullshit. And I know it's trivial. What he said was, my father, a father. That was it. You know, and where the fuck were all of you coming out there saying, God, this guy gets it right even when he can't stand the person he's defending. This guy, Nay, he nails it every time. Might write a fucking paragraph about that shit and retweet my shit. You know, show me that I'm inspiring some of you. I think that might be the problem. I'm not inspiring anybody. Standing beside you, Nay, sorry, not on Twitter. Thank you, It's So Bitter. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, I hear you. I've heard your complaints, and I am taking them into consideration.
Yeah, you know, I don't have Twitter, you know why.
No, dude, it's cool. My girl's not on Twitter. You're not on Twitter. It's cool. You don't have to be. You know, it's for the people that are already there that know better. They fucking know better. And, you know, you got off there for a good reason. And if people don't want to go on there for whatever their reasons are, that's fine. But there's enough people that fucking follow me. They could go out of their way a little bit. If they feel like I've gone out of my way for them to bring them some content. You know, I know I'm reaching a whole bunch of people at once when I do it. But if you can't take that as a personal a favor that I do for you, then I completely understand why you don't give a fuck about my tweets, why you don't give a fuck about my message. Because you really don't look at what I do as a favor to you. You look at it as just me serving myself, and yay, you're just fucking sauce to pour over my awesomeness. Well, that's not it. Thank you for laughing at that. That's not it. And I'd like to see some fucking true friends, you know? I'd like to see some people that, you know, can step up above the level of what my mother did to me this morning. I mean, do you guys think I'm an anti-Semite? Is that what you think? You think I hate people based on the fact that they're Jewish? You think I hate people because they're born Jewish and they stayed Jewish?
No.
There you go. So you're better than me.
Ready to get into the pool this morning, and the title came out, and I said, "Oh my God, really? There's no way." And you know, how can you say anything like that about him?
My own mother, dude. My own mother.
But I get it.
My girlfriend and I talked about this, and I was like, you know, she's like, you guys should get together, and you know, and I'm like, no, you know, I just cut her off, and I'm like, no, she needs to come to me and she needs to fucking apologize for that shit. I wasn't calling her any names. You know, she fucking just out of the blue, man. And as far as I'm concerned, and what I told my girlfriend was, this is the worst thing you can ever call somebody. You call me someone like I'm a racist, like I'm basing my hate on who you are, where you were born, something you had no control over, the blood that runs through your veins, or where in the whatever fucking stupid fucking flag you're waving around. I don't fucking do that shit. So I mean, and for her to not know that about me, and to all the conversations we have, and she could just ask me point blank how I feel about certain things and chooses not to do it. There's no effort there on her part to try to understand me. It's black and white. You're either on this side of the fence or you're on that side. You're either in Israel or you're in Gaza supporting terrorism and the murder of all the Jews.
Right.
There's no in between. There's no gray area. How fair is that?
It's the same way.
So I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to have a fucking opinion.
It's the same way here with my parents with Trump. If I say anything, I am the worst person.
Yeah, and we gotta whisper. We gotta whisper in our room. We gotta close the door and be all quiet and whisper about it, because God forbid we have an opinion that differs from theirs.
Exactly.
It's psychotic, man. This shit makes you crazy. And you know, my girlfriend said, she's like, you guys, and my sister said it too, you guys cannot talk about Israel anymore. You just can't have the discussion. And I'm like, I know that, but at the same time, God, it's so frustrating, man. And especially when the President of the United States is finally coming around, who she loves so much, Mr. fucking Stutterbug. Fuck that guy. Fuck Mr. Puffy Chest cunt motherfucker. Fuck that guy. But at the same time, he's getting one thing right. And I will give him credit, and I won't be one of these idiots on Twitter that acts like they don't hear what's on a fucking video where you can play it back 1,000,000 times and literally listen to the man speak yourselves. People are psychotic. They're playing that goddamn, everybody plays their fucking side. You know, and I'm just looking for the people that are playing the side of the truth. Right on, Billy.
Oh, that shit hurts people.
Pygmies have no electricity, huh?
Oh, that sucks.
It sucks for them, I guess. No power sanding for them.
Oh, really?
Thank you. Yeah, I want to see some of you guys involved in this conversation. Real knows real, face can't handle real. Real face can't handle real. Hello, Nay. Hey, hippie chick. She says hello to all of you.
Hey, but Jack.
33, so we're
Hey,
at
hippie chick.
34. I quit Facebook 12 years ago, never wanted Twitter. I share every show I come on. Thank you, Michael Haskey. I just use Rumble and YouTube. Yo, son, been doing some mass retweets and comments. Thank you, Beaslin Enoch. Thank you for that. Yeah, blindly retweeting all of my tweets. Go to my replies, too. Retweet those, too. And then engage in the conversation on my replies. I don't think you're an anti-Semite. Thank you, hippie chick. Well, if I was, I would hate you based on your religion. Wouldn't I, hippie chick? I would just block. If I hated you, wouldn't I block you from my show? You know? And you and I have been friends for years. You know? And, you know, there aren't a lot of people that come in here and profess to me that they're Jewish. That's true. There aren't a lot. I just happen to know that hippie chick is. And, I don't think that any of my audience members have ever thought to come and accuse me of being an anti-Semite because I've never lashed out at them personally. I mean, dude, Rhino Man lives in fucking Israel. He's the one that set up my server. Don't think I ever forget about that shit. Oh my God, Bitcoin's about to go to 43K, guys. Holy shit, what happened?
It was over 43.
Oh, that's right. My bad. That's right. My bad. All right, no law regarding
It was
cannabis. Cheers,
43,
Cyber.
1.
That's right. It dropped. Cheers, Token, Tony Z, and Cyber. Everybody else in the
Cheers,
chats,
bro.
cheers.
Cheers, Tony. Cheers, everybody.
Big dab, big dab.
Just cyber.
I mean, our server was based out of Israel. Our server was located in Israel. Do you think I didn't like that? You know? Because it was Israeli? The thought never even occurred to me before this moment right now.
Why would it?
Because I'm not a fucking anti-Semite, that's why.
Exactly. No, like that either.
That's why I literally have thought about having a conversation with my mom and her rabbi, just the three of us, to sit down in his office and talk about this. And so I can say to the rabbi, because I know the rabbi will know, and be like, is what Israel is doing is wrong. They've murdered this many people. The rabbi would have to say, yes, you are correct. That is a genocide. He would have to say that. And then my mom, who fucking, you know, holds every word that comes out of this man's fucking mouth hole, goddamn dear, because it's from the God himself or whatever the fuck she thinks, she'd have to agree with him. She wouldn't agree with me, but she'd fucking agree with him, not her own son, you know? Because, you know, I only get one side of all. That's what she told me this morning. You only listen to one side. I'm like, wow, man. Dude, I got a list. I got a list of Israeli Jews that agree with me, that I follow. You know, don't even fucking say I don't listen to both sides.
I always get, where are you getting your news from?
The other fucking side is, oh yeah, Israel has right to defend itself. That's all they can fucking say.
Well, now they're just like, well, they did, they came in the level of resistance, and they're just like, well, they do this, so we can just keep going on it. I'm like, what are you nuts? So they keep saying on TV, look, they did this, so just keep going at them.
Bro, if you keep interrupting me, I'm not going to be able to get into a rant. I can't lather myself up.
I'm sorry.
I know. I have to stop and I have to listen to you say something after everything I say. I want you to participate, but I want you to have that second sense to know when to let me go. I'm fucking hot as fuck right now, and I want to fucking get some shit out, and you're like speed bumping me. Oh, I need to. You look at Tony Z. Oh, happy place. That's okay. It's okay. It's just I'm exceptionally fucking angry right now. And all I want to do is scream at these monitors. I want to see my blood come out of my fucking lungs and land on the monitors right now. That's how fucking frustrated and angry. I shouldn't have had that fucking headache today. I should have had my goddamn coffee this morning. And you know why I didn't have my fucking coffee? I don't know why. I just totally forgot. I was like, I just blew it off. And I should have done that. It's my fault. That headache was my fault. I wanted to blame the thing that was going on between me and my mom on the headache. But I was like, I didn't drink my coffee this morning, and guaranteed if I miss my fucking coffee, I'm not going to get to drink. I'm going to have a fucking headache by noon every fucking time. And my sister was the one that told me about that. She's like, well, don't you drink coffee every day? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And she's like, did you have your coffee this morning? And I'm like, no, I didn't. Bye. Thank you, Lista. Drive safe.
Coffee addict.
Yes, I am a coffee addict. I'm also addicted to crypto and podcasting. And helping people.
I am no one to talk, man. I am the biggest addict of all, man. Give me something, I get addicted, man. No matter what the fuck it is.
Well, Billy, sometimes you drink when you come on the show and you get a little crazy. Sometimes you kind of, like you said, you forget we're live, bro. You forget we're on YouTube, and you say some off-the-wall shit that should only be on Rumble.
Why do you never come on Rumble, Billy?
He just said. Oh, on Rumble? Oh, he doesn't like Rumble.
What the fuck? I don't like Rumble either. I'm here anyway.
Yeah. He doesn't like fucking Rumble.
Nay is actually the only guy I watch on Rumble. I don't fucking like Rumble.
Token Tony Z right now is going, dude, this motherfucker just told me the other day that I don't talk enough, and now I try to fucking engage this motherfucker, and now he wants to shut me up. What? Why are you making me crazy? Just don't think for 1 second, Token Tony Z, don't think for 1 second that I'm not aware of my lunacy. I want you to know that. I am aware of it.
I totally understand the way you feel. You need to get that shit out.
Yes. I feel like I just did too.
I only was saying it because I get the same thing and I feel the same way. I want to go outside and bang my head against the wall and scream so loud.
Oh yeah, that's how I felt today, dude. It was weird. I told my girlfriend we were on the phone. I was like, the mosquitoes haven't bit me. I've been sitting out here for hours, and the mosquitoes have not bit me. And I'm like, it's so weird that I don't have anything on my skin or anything, but they haven't landed on me. I got not a single fucking bite. And it's really just all I needed to do was just to be not fucked with for a couple hours. It didn't matter where the fuck I was. I just needed to be somewhere where somebody wasn't, or something wasn't gonna fuck with me. And God, just sitting outside today, playing with those sticks. Fucking silly little sticks, but they're beautiful. And I took some really pretty pictures of them, and I put the pictures. I think I may have put them on Twitter.
I'll have to check them out.
I think I did.
To check them out.
But there's this one photo I took. It was just like, it was so clear, and it came out. It was, the lighting was just perfect for whatever reason. Woo! Woo! What is this? What is this? Woo! 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 It's my boy, dude. I love this. Oh my god. Woo! Woo! I can't believe I found this. He's throwing around like a rooster. He went. Did you see that? Dude, watch this. Why is that not getting all, dude? Woo! Woo! It's so funny how he we might have to have this running. Yeah, I'm afraid we're gonna have this running. Yeah, during the show. That never gets old.
Love it.
That never gets old, bro.
No way.
Oh my god. A hippie chick laughed at me when I said speed bumping. You're speed bumping me. That was a funny word. I didn't think about it when I said it. It's like I feel like I have to slow down for these speed bumps, man. All right. So, dear sir, your Rumble's buffering. Your Rumble's buffering bad. That's Rumble's buffering bad. 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 Okay, I think I can say it 10 times fast. Rumble is buffering bad. Parents raise their kids and usually expect them to have the same visions, in my opinion. I wonder how... See, now, when I think about my grandparents and my parents, I see very little change in their politics or their social views. You know, and yet, yeah, what you just said, hippie chick, is true. Parents raise their kids and usually expect them to have the same visions. Yeah, and you know, it didn't happen with me. It didn't happen with my sister either. We went our own way, man.
Yeah, but ain't that usually like it is? I mean, at least over here in this part of the world, the kids kind of go totally opposite of the parents, kind of to defy them, you know?
Yeah, very common.
I mean, not everyone, but a lot do that. I was like that. My sister
Rebellious.
was not, but I was like that.
Yeah. Rebellion is common. I'm just in my own little anecdotal case.
Especially when things...
Bumble's ruffling. That's why I'm here on the old YouTube, says Enoch. Oh, you guys were having some nature boy. You were having some problems too.
It's over 43 again.
It's over 43 again. Cyber, I got Cyber watching crypto, everybody. Woo! Woo! Woo!
I mean, it's the crypto that gave me a new PC, right? So
Yes, it absolutely was, bro. It absolutely was.
Right now, Cyber. Cheers. That crypto one.
Yeah.
No.
Ow. We should smoke.
Okay, I have to get this thing ready to go. I'm smoking that OG Kush. God damn, it is so bomb.
Oh, yeah.
It'll make a rainy day sunny and beautiful. That is going to be a big ass stupid dab. Stupid dab. Stupid. Oh, what? What? First click? Oh, that never... That never happens, bruh. Dude, there is a face. There is a face in my frickin' bucket. The staining. Oh my God, it's Jesus, bro. Jesus has appeared to me in the form of his face on my bucket. It's the Jesus leaf. You guys ever heard of the Jesus leaf? You guys ever heard of the Jesus leaf? Who in here's heard of the Jesus leaf? I'm looking at you, Beasley and Enoch.
I know there was a toast once.
The Jesus leaf. Nope. Trendy Asdabber's Jesus leaf on YouTube. Search it, find it on my channel. Jesus leaf. You'll see. And then you, too, will believe. Jesus appeared to me in my dabber. He said, "Son, your dabs are too small. Increase the size by double." Oh! Amen. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to go in a little bit early. So 48:30, 49:30, 49:30, 49:30. Oh no, you guys don't know about the Jesus leaf. Okay. Hold on. What did I say? 39. What did I say? 39 what?
No idea.
I can't remember. I can't remember. Okay. I gotta do this. Let me see here. Trendy Asdabber's. View your channel. 49:30 is what I said. 49:30. Where's my content? Your videos. Just type in Jesus leaf, man. It'll come right up. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, Token Tony Z. Cheers, everybody in all the chats. It's So Bitter, Hippie Chick, Kepper, Tula, everybody else. Cheers, guys. Billy.
Yes, well, cheers to cheers everybody. Cheers. Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, Nick. Cheers, everybody.
This is a rock face that we've climbed up to
Give him a shot out there.
on Canocti.
So it's not going to bring it up. This is so funny. I have to separate this. It's a separate window. It doesn't see the tab.
That's what she said.
Yep. There you go. It's still not coming up.
Again, that's what she said.
It's not coming up. 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 Cyber. This is so weird. Let's create a new one.
You can't even find it yourself.
It's not coming up. It just says media player. That is so weird, dude. There it is. God bless America. That took forever.
We're up a little high up here, and then we've got this rock that it's like a shelter. I mean, you could literally, if it's raining, you could get underneath it, and it'd protect you. There's a little cave area right here where you could sleep at night, and then we got over here this Easter miracle today. On Easter Sunday, we've got the Jesus leaf that I found while we were walking up here, and I said, well, that's Jesus, man, that's a miracle. That leaf's a miracle, so we're just going to leave him up here, because I don't think, maybe we could put him in the camera case and take him back and give him to the news story people.
You've already got it on film to share with everybody on the
That's our Jesus leaf right there, and yeah, we're just gonna leave him up here in this. I'm gonna lay him in here sideways. I got him laying in there sideways like a little squirrel, like that.
the Clear Lake Sea Squirrel.
And if you're ever up here in this neck of the woods, you too might see the Jesus leaf, which has been left here from generations upon generations upon generations. I think it's upside down. But anyway, that's our Jesus leaf. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Dude, look at that picture of that leaf. It's freaking Jesus, bro. It's freaking Jesus, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It's so funny. That's the Jesus leaf, man.
Should have made that video and burned it. From all the fucking Christians, man.
Oh, he's even got wavy hair. Because Jesus was a Jew, you know. He had wavy hair.
Blonde hair, wavy blonde hair.
Woo! I love what he does with his arms, dude. He walks around like a rooster. I fucking love that. That is the greatest thing. I love that he does that. That is like Mick Jagger.
Can't be very clear.
It's a rooster, man.
Yep.
Cheers. Cheers, cheers. Jesus is talking to you. I see a dog with freckles. We're talking about Jesus, so hippie chick left because she got all offended. I always say that every time hippie chick leaves. I'm like, whatever the last thing was we talked about, I ain't offended, hippie chick. She had to leave. And then she's always sitting right there, and she's like, what? I see a dog with freckles. Okay, I see Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior, the one that brings you your Christmas presents every freaking Easter. How the fuck did we both say that at the same time, bro? How is that even fucking possible?
I don't know.
And you guys, I'm in Florida and he's in Denmark. And we guys know we both said that word at the exact same time. What were the chances? Wow.
Great minds think alike.
That's me and Cyber, those two guys in the bottom left corner of the screen. That's me and Cyber getting him a PC the other night. He's the one going like this.
No shit. I'm so sorry, man.
No, don't worry about it. No, we need to think about all kinds of like different times that we can relate that to other people. But you know who that is? That's fucking, God, dude, this could be so bad. It could be used so many fucking ways. Oh my God, there's a million different things I could say. It would be so fucking offensive and crazy. Like, that's Biden and Netanyahu talking about fucking Gaza. Hey, I figured out how to kill a whole bunch of innocent people and commit a genocide right in front of the world's eyes. With our weapons and your fucking indiscriminate bombing, which is what Joe Biden just said. He said Israel needs to stop indiscriminately bombing. Or check this out. Indiscriminate bombing is a violation of the Geneva Convention and the International Convention of War. It is a war crime. So Joe Biden has just accused Israel, finally, of what we all know it to be true, of a war crime. A war crime, but at least he did it by using the term indiscriminately bombing. Now, they're going to walk, let's guess, everybody guess in the chat. Do you think the White House is going to walk that statement back? Or do you think now public opinion has finally swayed to the point that Joe Biden intentionally made that statement, and that is what they're expecting, people to side with now, is to side with the end of this, ending this fucking genocide? What do you guys think? I gotta say ending, dude, I gotta say ending the genocide quietly so I don't upset my mom. Think about that. Oh, God. Think about how crazy that is. That's Alex Jones telling... That's fucking Elon Musk telling Alex Jones he's letting him back on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. You're back on Twitter.
And you know what's funny about that is that guy even sounds like Alex Jones. Listen. That guy. The guy in the black shirt. Don't snort only half a line of Superman vitality in the morning. You soldier mode. Dude. The posted thing, it should go away. I don't know how to make that go away. Like this. There we go. I think I got it. It's, bro, tell me you can watch that guy walk around in a circle flapping his fucking arms like wings and not laugh every time you watch every time you watch him do it.
Well, he's like 50 something or 60 years old doing that.
Dude, he had to be older than that, right? At that point?
Probably. I think they said that he had a big drinking problem every night, like I guess the money factor, but he was in it so long, and you could see it on his face. He all dried up looking.
Kind of have that coffee though.
Yes.
Did he have cauliflower ear? Yeah, he did, for the most part.
I imagine they all have it. They all have it.
Not, I wouldn't think the more recent ones do.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll bet this was more common back then, though. Uh,
Never get sold.
back up to 43.
It was up at 43, 133 earlier, right?
In today's video, I have breaking news for you. The Federal Reserve has just decided to not raise interest rates at today's meeting.
41 or so.
So they've taken a pause. They're holding interest rates at 5.5%. And that means that we may have hit the peak interest rates in this economic cycle. So
That's going to cause
if
crypto
that's
to
the
go
case,
up.
if we've really hit the pause, if we started that phase, then you know what comes next? It's interest rate cuts. And the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates. It's just a matter of time. It is inevitable. But regardless of when they cut interest rates, I want you to know that an easier monetary policy is on the way. And this has big consequences, especially if you're trying to buy a home because of the mortgage interest rates, if you're trying to buy a car because of the auto loan, the interest rates on the auto loans. If you're in credit card debts, if you're an investor, asset inflation, just the whole economy in general. So the Federal Reserve has just finished up their meeting today. The Federal Reserve has chosen to keep the Fed funds interest rate at 5.5%, so the pause. If you've been following along, then you should not be surprised whatsoever. We expected this to happen. Now, I want to tell you...
Thank you for all the thumbs
what
ups,
happens
everybody on the
next.
Rumble. You guys are awesome.
The next Federal Reserve meeting is on January 31st. So the Federal Reserve, at that meeting, they're not going to cut interest rates. And honestly, the market agrees because the market is assigning a 5% chance that they cut interest rates at that meeting. The subsequent meeting takes place on March 20th. And it's at that meeting that the market starts really upping their expectations of the Fed pivots. Honestly, I don't have high expectations for the Fed pivot to start at that meeting, but the market does. There's about a 40% chance that the Fed cuts interest rates at that meeting. That's according to the CME Fed Watch tool. But honestly, I think that those odds are just way too high. So listen, the Federal Reserve is saying that we will have higher interest rates for longer, but the market is not giving any credibility
Hey, Jim,
to
hot tub.
Powell or the Federal Reserve.
Hey, Karen.
It's at the May meeting. So at the May meeting where the market expectations
I don't-
get extremely
dude,
optimistic
listen.
for a cut.
When dumbass crypto kid was talking his shit, we watched him earlier today. He wasn't thinking about the goddamn Fed announcement. He didn't take that into consideration. He didn't take a lot of things into consideration. And he made those low bids. And I said, those are all going to get liquidated. He's not going to, if we're not dropping, we're going up. And, I don't think it'll drop to 39 again personally, Tula, but I could be wrong. It could still go all the way down to 31. You know, this fucking market's crazy. And it's possible for it to do that. It might not just have happened yet, but we're getting closer and closer to April, man. And people want to get in before April hits. If they don't want to get in before April hits, they're not thinking clearly. You know, it always goes up after a halving. It always goes up. So if it weren't to go up after this halving, it would be insanity, bro. It would be like, what the fuck, dude? It'd be chaos.
It's around a 75% chance that the Federal Reserve cuts interest rates at that meeting. So at that meeting or before.
This
that
is
meeting.
really good news for
And
the
it
stock
gets
market.
really interesting looking beyond that.
And
The
it's
market
really
is
good
saying that by
news
the June
for
meeting,
crypto,
the odds of an interest rate
the housing
decline
market,
then
especially
is
the
over
housing market,
90%.
and everything comes, you know, a lot of things come out of the housing market.
Okay, now I want to explain to you what I'm seeing so you can see my perspective. So there's a high expectation that the Federal Reserve pivot begins as early as March. And this is very important because if they lower interest rates, then that means lower interest rates on mortgages, auto loans, credit cards, business loans, you name it. But I want to tell you two things. So the first thing is the CPI inflation report was released yesterday. It showed that core inflation is stuck at 4.0%. So it was at 4.0% in October, and it was at 4.0% in November. So it didn't budge, it just stayed the same at 4 flat. So that's not good, and that is double where the Federal Reserve wants it to be, 2% target. If inflation is too high, and they pay more attention to core inflation, then they can't cut interest rates. And the second thing is that, okay, number two, wage inflation is still way above the 2% target. So the CPI report shows that it's at, wage inflation is at 5.5%. So honestly, okay, you hear that wages are going up by 5.5%. Let's pretend that's true. If wages are going up by 5.5%, then the Federal Reserve says that that's a bad thing because they want to get wage inflation down to their target of 2.0%. So I don't know about you, but to me that seems kind of sad. So how would you like it if you got a 2% pay raise indefinitely every year for the rest of your life? It can't be more than that, otherwise that would be a major problem. But that's what the Federal Reserve wants, and that's what they're saying. Because wage inflation contributes to overall inflation. That's why they see wage inflation at 5.5%. They're just saying it's just way too high. They got to get it down to 2%. And long story short, the jobs report, it came in stronger than expected. 199,000 jobs added in November. The unemployment rate fell from 3.9% to 3.7%. This means that the labor market remains tight. That means that wage inflation will persist above 2%. That means that the Federal Reserve will be less inclined to cut interest rates if they cannot bring wage inflation down. So I'm telling you, I think that the expectations for a March interest rate cut are just running too high. But I'll tell you this, there are other factors that will pressure the Federal Reserve into cutting interest rates sooner rather than later. So I'm going to give you three factors, and of course it's not limited to just these three. So the first one, so number one is commercial real estate. There's $540 billion of U.S. commercial real estate debt that is coming due in 2024. And there's actually more maturing in 2025. So there is a huge refinancing risk in this sector. So basically this sector needs a bailout with lower interest rates. And sooner would be better than later. Commercial real estate is basically a ticking time bomb, and it's a race against the clock. That's basically what it is. Number two, the banks and financial institutions are in very bad shape right now. I'm talking about their balance sheets. So most people would not suspect this because of the accounting rules, because how they're allowed to represent their balance sheets. I'm basically saying that it looks better than it really is. But the banks are holding onto these loans that are paying very low interest rates, and in this higher interest rate environment, those debt instruments have severely fallen in price.
Retirement community.
But the banks, they don't have to recognize the losses unless they're trying to sell the loans. But ultimately, many banks have a problem with their balance sheets, and lower interest rates, that would be a cure to the problem. And number three is government debt. So U.S. government debt is rated AAA, AA+, but in reality, the federal government, I'll just say it, the federal government's a deadbeat when it comes to paying their loans. The government just borrows more money to pay their old debts. If you think about it, it's basically a Ponzi scheme. However, everyone continues to play along for now. But I don't want to get too extreme about the situation in today's video. So let's just talk about this practically. If interest rates are higher, then it's going to be much more, well, it is right now. When interest rates are higher, it becomes much more expensive for the government to borrow money. So this means that a bigger chunk of the government's budget will go towards paying interest. In about 4 years, the federal government will spend more money on interest expense than on defense spending. So that's what happens when you go deeper into debts and interest rates go higher. So it would be in the government's best interest if interest rates go down, and sooner would be better than later. And you have to remember that the power to lower interest rates, that's with the Federal Reserve. And you have to remember that the Federal Reserve is not part of the government. The Federal Reserve is a private organization. So I acknowledge that there are arguments for both cases. However, I think that we can all agree that the Federal Reserve will pivot in 2024. Regardless of when it happens, whether that be in March or in July, a Fed pivot will mean an easier monetary policy. And that's going to be a stimulus to the economy. And that's
There
going
you
to mean
go.
higher prices, which means faster inflation. So I want you to be aware of this, especially if you're looking to buy a home soon. I mean, this is going to affect all groups of people, of course, but especially if you're in that category, if you're looking to buy a home. When the Fed pivots and they start lowering interest rates, then mortgage interest rates will fall, which is a good thing. But you know what's going to happen? That's going to increase demand, and home prices will go up naturally. And that's a bad thing, obviously, if you're trying to buy a home. So a good question is, how much will interest rates go down on mortgages? So I'm talking about the 30-year fixed. And how much will home prices go up? And you have to keep in mind that...
Hey, Billy, remember that thing we talked about you doing
looking to buy a home, there are
on my live stream whenever I'm
waiting
live streaming to
around
YouTube? Remember that thing we talked about?
7%, 8% mortgage. So this is going to affect a lot of people. So the market expectation is that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates by 1.5% in total next year. So that would bring the Fed funds interest rates down from 5.5% to 4.0%. That means that mortgage interest rates will still be in the 5% range.
Point proven.
30-year fixed. But I want you to keep in mind that we're just talking about 2024 because interest rate cuts, they're just going to get started in 2024. Most likely it's going to continue on into 2025. So when you're talking about home prices, it depends on how quickly and how big the interest rate cuts are. But ultimately, it boils down to demand. And lower interest rates will fuel more demand to buy homes. But I just want to point this out again because you've seen it for yourself. You saw how the residential real estate market was doing with 8% mortgage interest rates. With 8% mortgage interest rates, home prices, they didn't even budge. They were basically flatlining. So just imagine what would happen with demand and home prices if mortgage interest rates fall to 5% to 4% or even lower. So I'm just saying this so everybody is aware of the situation and is being realistic with expectations. So listen, in about 30 minutes, Jay Powell will give his prepared remarks. They're gonna start the press conference. And then after that, he's gonna take some questions from the reporters. There's gonna be a Q&A session. So the whole thing's gonna last for about 53 minutes, plus or minus a few minutes. I'm gonna condense the press conference into about 6 minutes of highlights. So 53 minutes, I'll condense it into 6 minutes, and then I'll give you the clarifying explanations and I'll read in between the lines for you. So that's gonna be my next video, so please keep a lookout for that one. So please subscribe. I thank you for the support and wish you a very nice day.
Big deal, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Tucker Carlson on UFOs. You're not a whistleblower unless you're uncovering something. So all of these morons that are calling these UFO people whistleblowers, they're all morons because they don't understand what the term whistleblower means. You guys get it? It's like you're uncovering, a whistleblower is uncovering something.
Yes.
Someone who claims they saw something ain't a whistleblower. It means you're exposing something that you know about, something that happened that you've got evidence of. That's a whistleblower. It's not just someone making accusations. You don't become a whistleblower until, you know, the shit that you're saying, the claiming is proven true. Then you're a whistleblower. And hopefully you've got all that information while you're blowing the whistle. You've got all the evidence. You're like, here it is. So let's look at how obnoxious that term is used on the Hill. Clown show. Where'd my screen go? Why did it black out? Why did all my monitors just black out? What is that?
UFO whistleblower David Grush.
Okay, you're an idiot. Shut up. He's not a whistleblower. No one who ever revealed anything about UFO shit is a whistleblower. Unless what they're revealing is that, I don't know. What could you reveal about, what could you whistleblow about UFOs, like with the government, that would actually make you a whistleblower? What's like a fact around UFOs? They've hidden documents and reports. They've hidden.
Yeah, we need some
secret base,
photo evidence or some documents or some video evidence or something.
video evidence.
Well, what about? I mean, I would think that if somebody came forward, I'm sorry, I would think that if somebody came forward and said, "Hey, man, I've got what Cyber just said. I've got the documents that they've been hiding about this, that, and the other, and here they are, and they're actually legitimate, and they were interviews and all kinds of shit." That person would be a legitimate whistleblower. I have a feeling those people exist, and I have a feeling the government absolutely has done that, but not because they had evidence. It's because they had all of these witness testimonies, and they felt maybe that releasing it was irresponsible because it seemed a little crazy to them. So they're like, maybe we should, something that simple. I don't know why the government decides to hide shit like that, but somebody revealing that would be a whistleblower regarding UFOs and UAPs. That would be an actual whistleblower, right?
The SR-71 Blackbird was not known about for 2 or 3 decades until it was revealed,
Right,
So
and if that was revealed by somebody...
shit out there we don't know anything about, That's 100%,
Well, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying
I
that
know,
one
I
bit.
know, I
Yeah,
know.
I'm saying that if somebody came forward about that program you're talking about, that person would be a whistleblower because that thing actually existed.
If the evidence was there.
Right? Tula's like, we got it. Okay, so once again, listen to this fucking idiot call this UFO person a whistleblower. Oh, Robbie.
UFO whistleblower David Grush has doubled down on some bombshell claims, maybe the most explosive being...
Boom, and then he says it. Claims.
Claims.
Yes, exactly. Not a whistleblower, just somebody who's making some claims. But let's listen to the silliness now.
That the U.S. government has killed people who tried to go public with stories about non-human spacecraft, telling News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas last night. Let's watch.
You recently did an interview with Joe Rogan on his podcast.
And let me just say, okay, say no more. Not exactly the lion's den when regarding shit like this. Okay, you just had your dick sucked. Okay, let's keep going.
And you said something that really took me aback. You said that you believed that the United States government has killed people for trying to go public with a story. Really?
And that's why
Those are
he is
concerns
public
that-
right now on Joe Rogan, in the news, and all over. That's because everyone gets fucking killed for saying anything like that. That's why he's public and saying it.
That's a really good observation, Cyber. The guys, hey, why are you still alive, bro? You're literally the claim you're making. You should be dead already. The CIA, dude. You know why, bro? Because he's super fucking elite, bro. He's got all the fucking skills. He's like that. He's like that dude with the gun in that movie. He's like
John Wick.
Yes, that's who he is, dude. He's like him, bro. And he just takes agents out like click, click, click. Puts it all back. That's that dude right there. That's what he's. That's why he's still with us. He's John Wick, bro.
certain scientists on the program that are known to me, presented that to myself, but I did direct them to the appropriate authorities on that. That's something that I don't know firsthand. That's something they espoused, but because of the serious nature.
Espoused. That's something he doesn't know firsthand. That's interesting and funny. So someone told you. So a friend of a friend. Now, bro, that's your evidence. And here you are on the news with friend of a friend, and Rising decides to put you on the news because Rising is a fucking crack job of a fucking journalist, fucking crack whore, fucking crack house.
That, I directed them to the appropriate authorities, such as the Inspector General staff and law enforcement. So I can't speak to that because that's.
I can't speak to that.
And I directed them to the right.
Dude, I want to take every statement like what he just said. I can't speak to that. As a friend of a friend, blah 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 blah. Someone told me. It's all hearsay. It was espoused. Blah blah blah. I'd love to take all those comments, just chain them together and listen. It'd be so fucking funny. Like, play her question. And then just play all of the double speak.
Other people were worried about that, not you.
I had some unique things happen in my personal life that, were some of the causal factors for me to file a complaint. Some things that my wife and I had noticed, some intimidation. I can't get into the exact nature. I did provide that information.
Right there. I can't get into the exact nature. That would be a little fucking quote I'd put in there.
To the Inspector General, and hopefully they've referred it to appropriate federal law enforcement and counterintelligence personnel, but I can't discuss that publicly because of the sense.
I can't discuss that publicly. I put that in there. Dude, why are you on the news then, man, if you can't discuss any of it? What are you doing, man? You're really blowing that whistle. Do you know what that sounds like? He's blowing the whistle.
And for the integrity of the investigation.
What the hell is that noise? Dude, is that Cyber Sync? Cyber, you washing dishes?
I thought my other mic was on. Sorry, that's
we could hear your kitchen.
Earphones. Sorry.
We could totally hear your kitchen, bro.
Sorry, I was.
We don't want to know. 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 We don't want to know wherever it was that you go. We don't want to know.
You really believe that the
we
government
don't want to know.
People tried to expose
it was the
UFO
kitchen.
program.
Okay, good.
Why are you still alive? You've done
my hands, my fingers.
Oh, cool.
More to expose it than anyone else.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I went public, and certainly I was shown that, they can touch me at any time, and that's what led...
Dude, you never went public, basically, with this information. You haven't said anything.
Me to not only contact my former agencies, counterintelligence folks, with, what I witnessed, and I provided evidence to that fact, but filed the complaint, and certainly going public was the appropriate move for me for my own protection.
Tucker Carlson recently spoke with redacted co-host Clayton Morris, saying he hasn't even told his wife.
Dude, the fact that she doesn't even have a smile on her face regarding this shows you that she is playing into it just as much. This shouldn't even be report worthy, a news article, and she's making it into an article with her seriousness. We're talking about whistleblower for UFOs. This man said that he knew someone who saw something, and look how serious she is. Watch.
Wife, what he's learned on this elusive subject. Let's watch.
Let's watch.
The second thing that bothers me is the UFO story. And, the more you dig into that and talk to people with actual knowledge of it, again, that's another story where there are some,
I'm sorry, are you saying something, Token Tony Z?
No, that was Cyber.
What's that?
I cannot hear
that
anymore.
Was Cyber.
Hold on, I don't know if you said anything.
He says it was Cyber. Cyber's talking. Cyber, what's up?
Can't hear nobody.
Cool, because I want to listen to what Tucker Carlson says here, because it's all bullshit. And there's a couple people in here who watch Tucker Carlson, and, if it's just for entertainment value, I mean, I get it, but I just want to show what a fucking idiot he is. Where'd Cyber go? We lose Cyber, we lost the Cyber, we've got Cyber down. We've got to cyber down.
Cyber down. Needs to reload.
Yeah, cyber reload. He's got to reload. There he is.
He needs to reload, baby.
Cyber reload needs to reload. Cyber reload needs to reload. Cyber reload needs to reload.
He's reloaded, baby.
It's a miracle Discord loaded the same way. Dude, is that 433832 stuck there?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna reboot. I don't know what's going on now.
Okay, roger that, Cyber. We're gonna watch this little video clip.
It's the UFO story. And, you know, the more you dig into that and talk to people with knowledge, the second thing that bothers me is the UFO story. And, you know, the more you dig into that and talk to people with actual knowledge of it, again, that's another story where there are some...
Okay, the guy didn't have actual knowledge of it. He said that somebody told him that they witnessed something. In every single case, he didn't have direct evidence about anything. He just said that someone told him that, and his bitch ass went off and reported it, because he's an idiot.
Which is double hearsay.
It's definitely hearsay, bro. It's definitely hearsay.
You know, fanciful ideas floating around that are just, you know, there's no evidence.
Oh my God. Look who it is. Talking to Tucker Carlson. It's the fucking cocksmoker who stole Lee Camp's fucking brand name. Redacted Tonight. Lee Camp has been Redacted Tonight for years. Well, when these fucking cunts on social media took him down and took down the station that he was broadcasting from, RT, this fucking cunt stole the name of his show, and calls himself Redacted. So that's who this fucking dumb cunt is, talking to another stupid fucking dumb cunt. So both of these dumb cunts are fucking dumb cunts who subscribe to this UFO dumb cuntery. Hi, Tula. How's it going?
Is that they're true. But if you talk to people who, you know, have actual knowledge of it that they gathered themselves, there are parts of that story that I do not understand at all that are really, really, really dark. It's so dark that I, you know, haven't told my wife about it. I mean, I haven't verified any of this, but this is not just stuff that I read on the internet. I know you all are very, very grounded in that story, so I think I know, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But there's some stuff there that's just like, man, I'm not even sure what that means. There's a spiritual component there that I...
What? Spiritual? What? He's not even making sense.
I don't fully understand. So yes, that story bothers me. And I think, last thing I'll say, that one of the reasons that we've had all these...
Did he say anything so far that was at all pivotal to the discussion? I want to listen to it one more time.
So dark that I, you know, haven't told my wife about it. I mean, I haven't verified any of this, but this is not just stuff that I read on the... Understand, the headline below is that the guy who I promise you is just either relaying bullshit or full of fucking bullshit himself. Double down on it. Said it again. That's the headline. I gotta go back. I want to hear all of this. I want to hear everything Tucker says. The second thing that bothers me is the UFO story. And, you know, the more you dig into that and talk to people with actual knowledge of it, again, that's another story where there are some, you know, fanciful ideas floating around that are just, you know, there's no evidence that they're true. But if you talk to people who, you know, have actual knowledge of it that they gathered themselves, there are parts of that story that I do not understand at all that are really, really, really dark. It's so dark that I, you know, haven't told my wife about it. I mean, I haven't verified any of this, but this is not just stuff that I read on the internet. I know you all are very, very grounded in that story, so I think I know, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But there's some stuff there that's just like, man, I'm not even sure what that means.
there's a spiritual component there that I don't fully understand. So yes, that story bothers me. And I think, last thing I'll say, that one of the reasons that we've had all these disclosures and all of these, 10 whistleblowers at this point, and it hasn't really become front page.
No, there haven't been any whistleblowers, Tucker. Nobody's exposed anything. You know, everybody's been promising shit for about a year. This whole thing when it got hot, and then everything was debunked. And they all promised, in a year, we're going to have the evidence. In 1 year, we promise you we're going to have the evidence in 1 year. Nothing. There's no evidence, Tucker. Because this shit's all bullshit and you're a sucker. Hey, yo, Tucker, you're a sucker, Tucker.
It's just part of it's suppression. You know, parts of the government don't want you to know about it. But part of it is the public can't deal with it. It's too far out.
But some are critical of this particular exchange, saying Morris and Carlson never provide evidence, sources, or a reason for withholding that information. All right. So let's maybe go with the Grush stuff.
Right. So Grush is saying that he knows people who felt threatened for trying to come forward with information, or even that people were killed for doing so. And Elizabeth Vargas said, okay, but that's not necessarily based on your experience. And then Grush said, well, obviously he hasn't been killed. He's alive. He's testifying. But he
said, I reported it to the proper authorities. I can't reveal it. Blah, blah, blah. He said so many excuses of why he couldn't say. Dude, if there were bodies, he should very easily be able to provide at least who the people are who are fucking dead. Their names, which is fucking crazy that, you know, it's hearsay that people are dead and he's got no evidence or even a name of someone.
He had fears for his for safety or for some kind of harassment based on what he's doing.
But based on what he's experienced, he said, they've shown me they can touch me. They've shown me that they know how to touch me in my life.
Well, he might be referencing the fact that there was a lot of negative reporting about him, actually, that The Intercept did. We talked to Ken Klippenstein about it. It was Ken's reporting on his history of I think it was substance abuse, that kind of thing. So he might mean that they tried to delegitimize me. They tried to smear my reputation for speaking up, which is not.
Do you think that's the same? I mean, that's I don't not at all to minimize the kind of coercive power of doing something like that, and certainly.
Okay. Rising literally just showed debunked videos as evidence or as B-roll. Every video that they just saw, you've seen on this show getting debunked by multiple sources.
The government has demonstrated
it has tremendous course.
Yes, and the government has shown its willingness to do that in a million different ways, sending threatening letters to Martin Luther King, wiretapping him, all that sort of thing. So I credit that. At the same time, that wasn't exactly the question, right?
It's top of the hour, and our little homie sleep study boy, Kepper, our homie, he wants to smoke. Yo, Kepper, you wanna Oh, that's the size dab I need right there. Actually, that is crazy right there. That's a crazy dab. Harles, why are you meowing at me? Like a little bitch. You're meowing at me. Didn't I let you out already? You need to go out again? Mumsy doesn't like you going outside. She has professed displeasure in your freedoms. In your freedoms. Woohoo! In your freedoms. She has expressed extreme displeasure in your freedoms. Wait, what? You know, I'm not getting I don't think I'm getting all of my text messages for whatever reason. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my phone. Cyber's text was obvious because it was too big, but there seems to be other problems regarding it as well. I could be wrong. God bless America. This is a big ass dab, guys. I'm about to do 37, 22, 38, 22. 38, 22, because that's still orange. But that's a big dab. So I'm going in hot.
Going hot.
Okay, and we've got some, we got 30 people watching the show. 30 people. 20 on the Rumble. 9 across the YouTube channels. How many thumbs ups? Oh, I got 12 thumbs ups on the Rumble. What total? 12 people, man. 12 real people. 12 real people were watching tonight. That's nice to know. 38, 22, I said, right? That's in about 10 seconds or so.
Yeah.
You guys ready to snug about? No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, Tucker, Tony Z. Cheers, everybody in all the chats.
Cheers, Bob. Cheers, Tony. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, Nay. Cheers, Cyber. Cheers, everybody.
I'll be back. Rogan's very happy. shit. We just need to buy bigger shirts. Yeah, you and everybody else ragging on me.
Right. What Vargas was pushing him on is this idea that his life has been threatened and that other people's lives have been threatened to the point of actually killing them.
Who's doing the threatening and who's doing the killing?
And where and who is it that has been apparently killed by the government? That's a very serious charge. I mean, we up until this point have been talking about a hunt for potential alien spacecraft and alien bodies. Should this be a manhunt for human beings that have been killed because of knowing too much about
I want
this
to know what
program?
agencies are responsible.
Okay, Chicken Little. No, because this guy just either made shit up or heard shit from other people who made shit up and don't have any fucking names for you at all. You're a sucker, and you are part of the problem. It's people that call themselves journalists that sit there and act like, you know, they've got a big screen behind them and a big, lower third running at the bottom of the screen and logos and all that shit, and they're literally fucking psychos. She's a fucking psycho feeding into this bullshit. You can see the shit from a mile away. That guy's a fucking crackpot, and she's a fucking crackpot announcer. What the fuck? What's the
Then we
point?
need to hold them accountable if it is the case, or we need to investigate them and find out it's BS.
And he says,
Well, dude, it's BS, and there's no reason for you to be covering it. It's stupid.
I pointed to them to the proper authorities.
And you calling them whistleblowers is part of the ruse. It's part of you fucking trying to pull one over on people.
But the authorities are the ones doing this, you're saying. So what isn't the proper authority? Sunlight disinfectant. We need to know. At some point, you're going to be. You're not saying they're already out. From your perspective, your claim, they're already out to get you and your people for having this information. You need to get it out there.
Yes, and he says that about himself. Again, when Vargas asks him, well, what about your safety? He says, well, that's part of why I came forward. So there does seem to be a little bit of a gap.
Somebody's threatening you, you're not safe. Like, you're not, as long as I satisfy them, you're already,
right.
Do you know what I mean?
So then
further
coming
compliance
forward is
not,
the safety, and he says that about himself. I came forward just there in that interview. I came forward in part because I felt threatened and I'm less exposed, and something happens to me now, it would seem suspicious. So why is that good for the goose but not good for the gander?
Yeah, that's a fair question.
Going on to the interview, the Tucker Carlson interview, there was a lot of insinuation, a lot of and raised eyebrows and deep swallows, gulps of trepidation. Is it misleading to have those kinds of interviews as a journalist? Without more. They both basically said in the clip that we watched, they personally have knowledge of more, much like Grush. They personally know more. Is it that Tucker Carlson feels threatened? He says he said he characterized it as too out there to talk about. He didn't want to talk about it to his wife because it was too out there. What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought perhaps maybe he was just referencing, the videos of unidentified aerial objects. Or maybe he's seen some of them that the public's not seen, or that maybe people like his guest have shared with him. Obviously,
that are too much to discuss with your wife.
I don't know. Like he said, there's a spiritual.
He did a spiritual component.
I don't know.
Good. I mean,
maybe you've seen something. Maybe you've seen something.
There are people who think that there's a conflict between the idea that there is a God, in any kind of traditional sense, and aliens. What does that do to theological practice if we are not God's only people? Do aliens have a different God? Is our God local? Is he really omniscient? These are the kinds of, I think, theological questions that aliens raise, and I don't know if that's what he's alluding to.
Well, that depends on what your religion is, maybe. I don't know that it's a conflict with I don't think aliens necessarily conflict with the Catholic perspective, which was the religion in which I was raised. I don't think so, because they could just be other sentient life, could have been created by God as well, or something like it. The Bible's just for Catholics. The Bible is not the like divine word of God. It's kind of like it's inspirational stories for lessons. It's not the Pope is the center of the authority on religious truth.
And the debates around things like evolution and dinosaur bones, those aren't implicated in Catholicism the way they are in some other religions. Interesting. All right. Well, let us know what you think about this one. How are you reading that Tucker Carlson interview and some of the insinuations? And what do you think is really holding Grush back? We want to know.
And you support my plan to just figure out where the facility is, I'm gonna do a January 6th on that facility that's hiding the alien craft. We're gonna march. We're gonna take back our country with.
He's a scary little freak.
News. Where we're going, we don't need.
Look, House Speaker Mike Johnson sure is a scary
Where
little
we're going,
freak.
We do need news. It's a news show. That's why you're here. It's the one thing we need. I'm so sorry. We gotta go back. We gotta go back. We gotta go back on here. All right, look. Hi. Happy holidays. It's holiday season, okay? And here is some more news. We got you a brand new Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mike Johnson. He's right out of the box. Last name is a word for penis, so that's cool. Should have put a T in that name, Johnson. Anyway, that concludes all the good things about Mike Johnson. A man birthed from tremendous embarrassment as the GOP-led House continues their turd jamboree of infighting and unlikability. Like, these do-nothing politicians, am I right? But as we've talked about before on the show, the current House is going far beyond the baseline uselessness featured in a Dennis Miller monologue. A reference so old and obscure that even Dennis Miller wouldn't make it. Their previous House Speaker lasted less than a year and is now retiring in what I'm going to assume is shame. And as his replacement, Johnson leaned on the Democrats to avoid a government shutdown so they don't look more of the fool, whom I pity. That means all eyes were and are on this Mike Penison fellow. Eyes that would go on to notice that this new Speaker of the House, a man second in line after VP to be president, was also, at the risk of editorializing, a bit of a scary little freak. Not sure how else to put it exactly. Mike Johnson really seems to be a scary little freak, otherwise known as, an average member of the GOP. Hey, title time! Mike Johnson is a scary little freak. That's right. Louisiana's Mike Johnson is Speaker of the House, who is in charge of counting and declaring votes, appointing people to committees, managing the House proceedings, and is 2 bodies away from becoming the president. It's kind of a scary little freak. Note how I keep saying scary, because you probably have heard about how he's a little freak. He's a nasty little freak. But you might have missed the nuance about him also being generally terrifying. Not cool terrifying like Skeletor, mind you, but like creepy terrifying like Stinktor. What are you, Stinktor? Fun fact, Stinktor's action figure literally had patchouli oil baked into it so it would smell bad. But we're getting only a little off topic, all right? Let's talk about Mike the Penis Johnson's actual career as a terrifying man. Much like Stinktor, Mike had something baked into his plastic mold as well. And that thing was extreme Christian nationalism. His dark origin story begins as a young lawyer when J-Dog fought against the opening of a strip club in his town. His argument was that a, quote, sexually oriented business would spread disease and other social problems in his community. He lost the fight. That club is still open today, and Mike would officially go into the culture war business from there on. Incidentally, Shreveport does indeed have a high rate of STDs and STIs, 21st in the nation, though this is down from being 9th just a few years earlier. Houston has the most strip clubs in the nation and is 58th in the highest rate of STDs. The state of West Virginia has the lowest rate of STDs in the nation, but the second highest number of strip clubs. It's really just hard to say, what means what, and what affects what, and what correlation there is or is not, and if there are other mitigating policies that can help bring that rate down instead of banning the boob store. But one thing this study did point out is that Shreveport, along with many other high STD cities, is very close to a military base. So, get on it, Mike! Ban the military bases! Anyway, after Mike tried to ban illegal business from existing, he continued his career as a senior lawyer for a group called Alliance Defending Freedom, an anti-LGBTQ, big quotes, advocacy group that's most famously known for defending that cake guy who didn't want to do a gay wedding, but also they fought for European countries' right to sterilize trans people. They didn't get their way, thank fucking God. Also, correction, according to the ADF, they aren't pro-sterilization. They simply wrote a legal brief supporting the rights of European countries to establish their own laws, in this case the law being to sterilize trans people, saying, quote, with such divisive medical and psychological debates taking place over the nature of the treatment and diagnosis of transgenderism, it would be wholly inappropriate for this court to make a decisive pronouncement which would strip member states of their role in determining the most proportionate and appropriate means of promoting public order, public health, and morals under Article 8 of the Convention. In this case, states' role to sterilize trans people. So, yeah, they're a hate group. Their then president even wrote an entire book about how he doesn't like gay people. It's a hate group obsessed with the idea that gay people are degrading the religious freedom to, I guess, hate gay people. And Mike's early work reflects this. He wrote editorials for his local paper giving support to amendments that would ban gay marriage. Truly an ally defending freedom, arguing, quote, if everyone does what is right in his own eyes, chaos and sexual anarchy will result. Damn, Mike, what do you think is right in your eyes? What's your sexual anarchy stuff floating around there in the old noggin? All right, he also wrote, homosexuals have the right to live however they choose, but they cannot redefine marriage for our entire society. Real dogs and cats living together vibes. Also, gay marriage has been legal for a while, so where's the freaking sexual anarchy I was promised? This is a sham, Mike! You fooled me. But Mike doesn't just have painfully outdated and unpopular views on gay marriage. He also has painfully outdated and unpopular views on marriage in general. He's a big supporter of covenant laws, which are laws designed to make it harder for a spouse to get a divorce for any reason, up to and including physical abuse. Basically, you'd have to prove it in court. Mike is personally in a covenant marriage, which is his individual right. You know, because people should have that freedom. Right, Mike? Except, as his political career would show, Mike only believes in a very specific type of freedom. While in the Louisiana House of Representatives, Mike would support bills designed to legally protect people discriminating against LGBTQ people. And while that's not surprising, because of all the stuff I've already said, he would go on to up the freak meter by co-authoring a bill requiring, as in forcing, school children to recite the part of the Declaration of Independence saying that their rights had been endowed by their creator. You know, redefining religion on society the way he wants it. Like, really specifically the way he was brought up. His religion. Because Mike also supported a resolution to discourage state cops from working with the civil rights group Council on American Islamic Relations. But don't worry. According to Mike, that decision wasn't about religion, but rather because he is, quote, opposed to terrorism. That's why he's against the Muslim group with zero ties to terrorists. So it wasn't religious discrimination, okay? It was just regular old racism. Phew. Boy, he sucks. You know? He really does. And this is on top, or included in, of all the standard GOP hogwash. I mean, he wasn't the only Republican supporting that anti-Muslim resolution. I feel like a lot of this is just hard, which, you know, is bad. I didn't even mention that MJ is a climate skeptic that coincidentally gets a butt ton of donations from the oil and gas industry while representing a state that has famously been ruined by the effects of climate change. Because again, that's standard now. It's boring. Honk, honk, chew. So bored. Oh my god. So after the break, we're gonna get more into the quirky side of Mike Hangs Dong Dongson. What makes him tick? Is it like some actual tick, like a weird magic tick, making him think his little freaky thoughts? Does it perhaps involve a creepy jerk-off accountability app? Yes. to the second question, not the first. But first, don't jerk off to these ads. Hey there, hunks. It's Cody, also a hunk, Johnston, here to tell you about ground news. There's a lot of news out there. Some more of it, perhaps. Some even more of it. Some all of it. I said don't jerk off. Come on, people. Disgusting. Wait, no, don't come on, people. Oh, that just makes it worse. Oh, well. While we're horned up, or while we're really uncomfortable with what just happened, we may as well talk about Mike Johnson entering the United States House of Representatives. Sliding in there, real turgid. Turgid Mike, they called him. Fun fact about MJ the Turge, he's a big graphic design nut. No, really. Mike designed his own campaign logo when he first ran in 2016. And it looks... fine. Got, like, state on there. Makes sense. You know what? It's beautiful, Mike. Maybe you should go into that full time. Anywho, Mike was elected in 2016 to represent Louisiana's 4th District. Any guess what part of the state that is? It's majority white and heavily dependent on the oil and coal industries, hence the climate-denying stuff. A little over 20% of their residents live below the poverty line. So, naturally, Mike Johnson is really concerned about banning abortion and restricting LGBTQ rights. After being elected, presumably for having the best logo, Mike got all up inside several bills that would either ban or restrict abortion access. To help with the poverty and flooding, you see. Also to help with poverty and flooding, he introduced a bill designed to ban the discussion, as in public health groups talking to children under 10 about sexual orientation, gender identity, or gender dysphoria in any federally funded institution. Really tackling the issues that need tackling in his perpetually waterlogged state. But as I keep saying, this is all, perhaps tragically, par for the average GOP lawmaker. What makes Mike special is that, much like designing his own campaign logo, he really seems to live the puritanical laws that he legislates, even if that means discussing his jerk-off cum-dribble habits with an audience of people.
Covenant Eyes is the software that we've been using a long time in our household. And what it is, it's accountability software. So men in a church, men's Bible study groups will do it. That's how it's presented at Promise Keepers. But they also mention, hey, when your kids become teenagers, especially if you have boys, dads, they're talking to the guys at this event, you might want to think about doing this with your sons. And so we've been doing that. And so what it does real simply is it has an algorithm and software. It's way above my head how it works, but it scans. You obviously opt into it, but it scans all the activity on your phone or your devices, your laptop, tablet, what have you. We do all of it. And then it sends a report to your accountability partner. So my accountability partner right now is Jack, my son, right? And so he's 17. So he and I get a report of all the things that are on our phones or all of our devices once a week. If anything objectionable comes up, your accountability partner gets an immediate notice. I'm proud to tell you my son he's got a clean slate, all right?
Oh my god, he kind of sounds like Jeff Goldblum. I did not expect that. Anyway, cool, Mike. Glad to hear your son isn't jerking off on specifically his phone. I'm sure he'll grow up to be a really balanced and unrepressed dude who will hold zero grudges against you. He's probably really happy that all the other teens know that his dad is his no beat-off partner. Very normal stuff. Now on to the fact that the current Speaker of the House and second in line for the President of the United States is sitting in front of a war on technology background while talking about the app that he has that tracks everything he does on his phone and then sends that report to another phone. The app is called Covenant Eyes, and their webpage is totally not creepy, and I'm sure these stock photo models are very happy to be associated with it. It's exactly what Mike is saying it is. An app designed to help you stop masturbating by sending your phone data to a friend, or, and this isn't required, a family member. Although I guess you could also use it if you just want to share all the awesome porn you're coming to. Subscribe for my daily spooge letter. And of course, like any company whose logo is a magic all-seeing eye, apparently it's got a lot of problems. Because Covenant Eyes isn't just
Dark,
a
creepy
favorite
history.
for evangelists who want their kids to hate them, but also for probation officers and other cops who want to keep tabs on ex-convicts. Seems telling that the software being used by religious parents concerned about their kids is also being abused by law enforcement. Just a lot of super normal, not at all fucked up stuff from the guy who could be president. You probably heard about the jerking app because it's fucking weird. What you may not have heard about is MJ's broader views on religion as it relates to governing. And believe it or not, it's a lot grosser than a jizz-shaming app.
What's happened, Alex, over the last 60, 70 years is that our generation has been convinced that there's a separation of church and state. Right? You heard that term all the time. And most people think that that's part of the Constitution, but it's not.
So technically he's right in the Frankenstein isn't the name of the monster kind of way. But he's wrong in the but Frankenstein was the real monster type of way, if that makes sense. It might not. A wall of separation is how Jefferson referred to the First Amendment that clearly prevents the government from making any laws that respect an establishment of religion. You know, like if someone tried to ban gay marriage or abortion because their specific religion forbade it. Weird. Ooh, weird. So you see where things are heading here for Mike, who has repeatedly introduced the Free Speech Fairness Act, which, wouldn't you know it, isn't really about free speech so much as permitting any tax-exempt group, like a church, to retain their tax exemption even if they get involved with political activities. In other words, he wants churches to be able to legally involve themselves in politics, such as making donations to politicians, giving them the ability to buy somebody, not unlike the oil and gas industries bought him, or, depending on your perspective, rewarded him, because that's what you want to happen when you're a Christian nationalist, which is what Mike Johnson is. He's a true believer, raised in the Southern Baptist Convention, which is one of the largest Protestant denominations in this country, but is becoming increasingly unpopular due to their hardcore anti-gay and anti-trans views. They even expelled one of their churches for having a woman pastor this year. That is some antiquated stuff. But this is Mike's jam. Mike, who is very concerned about the country moving away from religion and claims that Christianity is under attack by the left, saying, if we don't have a heavenly boss who tells us what's right and wrong, then we define it for ourselves. Mike, who openly believes that the United States has undergone a so-called moral or truth decay, which he has specifically outlined, as in said aloud with his pretty mouth, in a timeline that is as...
All right, you guys, thank you so much. I hope you have a good night. I'm out of here. Take care. I'll see you on Twitter. Guten bye.
All right, bye, guys.